Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching News Now, and of course, with me is my colleague Jeevansathi. In fact, Jude, let's now take a look at the earnings corner before we take a look at all that transpired in Parliament today. Well, let's begin with Info Edge. The company reported a strong Q1 with profit rising 51% on a YOY basis to 446 crores, while revenue grew 11% to 881 crores. EBITDA for the company that jumped 29% to 341 crore rupees, with margins of the company improving to over 38%. My colleague Shiksha is now joining it with all the key updates as far as InfoEd's Q1 earnings are concerned. Shiksha, a big news headline coming in on account of InfoEdge's Q1 earnings. Profit rose 51%, but the question is, what really were the triggers for the earnings that the company has reflected?
Well, yes, so Info Edge has reported very strong set of numbers for the quarter gone by, with revenue surging nearly 11% in the first quarter of FY27 to come in at about 880 crores. Cash balance meanwhile stood at above 5,000 crore, which is another positive, and profit after tax saw a jump up of nearly 50% on a year-on-year basis. Let's talk about each of the segments and the kind of numbers segments have reported, and let's start with the recruitment segment, which has been the key growth driver for the company. Billings are up 17.5%, revenue for this segment is up 13%, and EBITDA also saw a jump up of nearly 25% YOY. Meanwhile, as far as 99 acres is concerned, it is now nearing break-even, with billings surging nearly 17% on a year-on-year basis. Matchmaking segment has reported improved growth, with Jeevansathi billings rising 14% YOY. Shiksha, meanwhile, continues to report weak set of numbers. Billings have declined on account of lower Google search traffic, so that is continuing to weigh heavy on the Shiksha business. But the management outlook continues to remain very positive. First up, they've spoken about the recruitment business, where they say that improving hiring across AI is aiding monetization for the company. 99 acres focus on revenue conversion and break-even continues to remain a key case point for this company. So all in all, numbers across most segments continue to remain very positive, especially the recruitment segment, which is the key growth driver for the company, and that has reported very strong set of numbers, and the margin and the management outlook, most importantly across all segments, continues to remain very positive.